killed in U.S. Israeli strikes back in February. Retired U.S. Navy Vice Admiral Robert Murrett joins us now to discuss the situation in the Middle East. He's also a professor at Syracuse University. Welcome, Vice Admiral. What do you make of this funeral, and what will Israel and the U.S. be watching for as Iran mourns its late leader?
Yeah, great questions. I think what everybody's looking for is the extent to which the week-long funeral commemorations for Ayatollah Khamenei will have some kind of a hiatus in both the negotiations, but also in terms of any activity, and primarily around the Straits of Hormuz or any place else, as the Iranians take a step back to have these extended memorial services, which, as you know, take place not just in Iran, but also two stops across the border in Iraq, in the Shia areas there as well. So it'll be interesting to see how things develop in the week ahead. A final comment: it has not stopped the Iranian military from issuing warnings about ships not taking their approved route, which is one of the three that are in work right now in the Straits of Hormuz through the Straits. And we'll have to see how that plays out if they suspend their activity there, because they put out some pretty harsh warnings just last night.
I understand that the Ayatollah's son, who has replaced him but yet not been seen in public, has reportedly said he would not attend his father's funeral. Just from an intelligence point of view, what will the U.S. be looking for as far as who shows up and who says what at a time when the two nations are indirectly trying to arrive at a peaceful resolution to the war?
Yeah, Errol, great question. I think that'll be watched very carefully, and it's also very timely in terms of the various factions inside the Iranian leadership that are emerging. And you can probably put them into two categories, the hardliners and the pragmatists, but they're also comprised either of the senior clerics that we have, the IRGC, the Revolutionary Guard, which tends to be pretty hardline, and then the civilian leadership, the president, his foreign minister, and others that tend to be more pragmatic in terms of their dealings that we've had in the negotiations, like with Jared Kushner and Steve Witkoff and others. So I think we'll see more evidence of how the internal debates are taking place. And of course, it'll be watched very carefully in terms of how the funeral ceremonies are handled in the different factions. And it's kind of like we used to do looking at the, in the square in Moscow there, in the Kremlin, to see who was standing where. We have plenty of opportunities to do that here in the next week or so in terms of the Iranian leadership and how they respond to some of the activity in the Straits and elsewhere.
Yeah, we'll see and watch closely over this next week as this funeral continues. Retired Vice Admiral Robert Murrett, thanks for being with us this Friday.
Good to see you, Errol.
Women have played a crucial role in the founding of the U.S., but are actually underrepresented in history textbooks. Next, our Lindsay Reiser spoke to Nora O'Donnell and her senior producer about their new book, which delves into the women behind some of America's